And welcome back, and coming in at number 8 on our top 10 list of neighborhoods to look at in Denver in 2024 is going to be Wash Park West. Not a surprise here again, one of the most popular neighborhoods in Denver, and we're going to go over everything that you want to know. Crime and safety, transportation and commute, what the real estate market is doing, and why people want to live in Wash Park West in the first place, and what makes it so popular that it makes our top 10 list for 2024. Well, let's dig right in, and starting with where Wash Park West is. Now, normally people just say they live in Wash Park. They don't say they live in Wash Park West or East. Now, there are some big differences between those two chunks, primarily when it comes to real estate prices, but Wash Park West is located on the west side of Wash Park. Goes from Alameda down to I-25. And location-wise, I mean, it's pretty prime. You're just south of downtown Denver, a straight hop up Broadway. You're not terribly far from DTC to the south. Has one of the best farmers market in the neighborhood south in Platt Park, which is the farmers market that we go to every single weekend. It's just a prime location for the Denver area. And really, I mean, with Wash Park here, which is the biggest draw, you really can't go wrong. Now, starting with crime and safety, this is going to be the trend that we see in every neighborhood. Violent crimes were well below the national average, but when it comes to burglaries, theft, motor vehicle theft specifically, we are much higher than the national average. And as far as the in-home schools, which, as you know, Denver is a choice-in city, so you can actually decide to choice into whatever school you want your kids to go to. And I would say more than 50% of people in different neighborhoods do choice out of their neighborhood schools. But if you were going to use their neighborhood schools, Lincoln Elementary, rated on greatschools.org, is rated as a 6 out of 10. Grant Middle School, which is a great middle school, I visited it before, it's rated as a 5 out of 10. And then South High School, again, great high school in my opinion, but it's only rated a 5 out of 10. Take these ratings with a grain of salt. Be sure to dig in, do your research, talk to people that have gone to these schools. It'll often give you much better insights versus just a few ratings online. Now, if you were to live in Wash Park West, amenities where you're going to go shopping is typically going to be over on Broadway to the west, a little bit on Alameda to the north, and then off of I-25, you've got Whole Foods here and other grocery stores. But dropping our little Google Maps guy here over on Broadway, this is where a lot of the restaurants are going to be. And so the strip on Broadway is going to be where a lot of the restaurants, coffee shops that you're going to go to, gas stations, grocery stores, things like that. This is going to be your hub if you lived in Wash Park West to get all your shopping done. Now, as far as transportation times, right? If you worked in the tech center, it's a pretty much 13-minute straight shot down I-25 to get to DTC. If you were going to go to downtown Denver, you can actually just shoot straight up Broadway or Lincoln, and that's going to be, roughly a 15-minute drive to get to downtown Denver. And if you had to get out to DIA, you take the I-25 all the way around 225 route at about 33 minutes to get out to DIA in Kansas. And my name's Alex Saldana. I'm a local Denver real estate agent and have been since 2010, and I love answering questions that homeowners, buyers, and investors have in our Denver market. So if you have any questions, feel free, call, text, reach out. More than happy to chat with you. So what's real estate like in the Wash Park West neighborhood? Well, let's break down the most popular statistics that you'll be looking at if you're looking to move here in 2024. So starting with the number of properties sold in Wash Park West, in 2023 it was 133 properties versus 2022 of 183 properties. So it's a pretty typical trend across the Denver market where sales are just down overall. When we jump into the median close price, we are up. So 2023, $964,000 is the median sales price versus 2022 of $905. So we are on the uptrend in the Wash Park neighborhood, according to median sales price. Then the rent-to-own numbers. So I was a little surprised by this, actually, because the rent-to-own numbers in the higher-priced neighborhoods tends to be about 75% ownership to 25% rentals, just roughly. And here in Wash Park West, we're actually at about 50-50. So kind of surprised there. Now, this might have to do with the Broadway stretch there. There tends to be a lot more rentals there, and the neighborhood does get cheaper the closer you get towards Broadway. But I was just surprised to see that it was that high on the rental side. Now, average days on the MLS in 2023, 17 days on the market versus 2022 at 15, so no notable change there. And then what is actually available for sale today in the Wash Park West neighborhood? Well, starting kind of on the northern side, we've got this property here on Clarkson listed at 1.1 million. Looks fairly well updated. Starts with the interior shots, so this is just kind of more your standard simple bungalow. Big bungalow. I don't think they'd categorize this as a Tudor in the Wash Park neighborhood. Fully remodeled, fully updated. Looks really nice. 2,300 square feet at 1.1 million. Then as we start heading a little bit south here, we can see this is more your classic Tudor look. 950,000, 1,700 square feet. Let's see if it's been updated or not. Inside looks nice. Yep, new floors, doors, carpet paint. Kept a lot of the original charm and kind of the archways. Kitchen looks like it was updated within the last 10 to 20 years. And let's take a look at this, what should be a showstopper here. $4 million, 6,700 square feet. What is this? This is an impressive property. This is one of those old historic homes, one-of-a-kind properties around the Denver area. Wow. This thing is impressive. Look at that kitchen. Open up to the rest. Like, I wonder what this property was like originally versus what it is now. Because, when they built these things, all the rooms were closed off. And so whoever did this just did a phenomenal job at updating this property. Look at this thing. Now, $4 million. How long it'll take to find that buyer. You do have them in the Wash Park West neighborhood, but this is one of those one-of-a-kind sort of properties that probably only changes hands, a few times in its cycle of being a home. That is impressive. As we head south, let's see if we can find something a little more affordable. $750,000 for this 1,400 square foot home. Looks like it's going to need work to it throughout, which is not going to be uncommon in this price range in the Wash Park neighborhood. And then as we head towards the southwest part of the neighborhood, we're going to have some more condos here. So we can see this 2-bedroom, 1-bath listed for $395,000 in a building that was built in the 60s. These are really common in the Wash Park neighborhoods, just apartments with like 10 to 15 units in them, and then they sell them individually as condos. So this is going to be on the smaller side, but this one does look updated a bit, and we're at about 728 square feet for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. And if you have any questions on the Wash Park West neighborhood, just feel free. Give me a call, shoot me a text message, nights, days, weekends. I got you covered. Be sure to stay tuned tomorrow for number 7 on our list of the top 10 neighborhoods for 2024.